talk about the path that each of you have taken to get to where you currently are.
Well, for me, in high school, I played at Immaculata, and at the time, I was doing pretty well, but I felt like I could do more. I felt like I could play at the Division I level, and at the time, a lot of people doubted me, a lot of people saying that, I should just settle and find a school in Canada and play in the CIS. And, with all respect to all those guys that play in the CIS, I just felt like I wanted to try for more. Why not, reach for as much as I can and see where I land. And I decided to go to NEDA, which was an incentive from Canada Basketball to bring out some of the best players in the country, have them all stay together in one place and train all year long. And I think that was, really beneficial for me because it opened up my eyes. Because every day I was competing against some of the best high school talent that this country has to offer, and I was holding my own, and some days I was outperforming others. Obviously you have your down days here and there, but I feel like, if I can hang with those guys, why can't I hang with, the next group of guys who are trying to go Division I? So, I just always had a passion for trying to go as far as I can with the sport, and I think that passion continues. And, heading into my senior year now, I'm hoping to show some people what I can do in order to, continue on and play professionally after.
For me, my basketball career started out at Samuel Jeanette High School. I had a good high school experience. I'm pretty sure that from what I remember, I won 2 city championships, one as a junior, one as a senior. But when it came to going to university, I went to OttawaHoops because I just didn't want to go to Carleton because all the guys that graduated from my high school came to Carleton. And at the time, they were on a three-year winning streak, and I wanted to be part of the team at OttawaHoops that beat them. When you go to Samuel Jeanette High School and you hear all these things about Osvaldo Janti being the best player in the country, this and that being somebody that you actually grew up and actually helped you become the basketball player that you had become at that age, I just didn't want to be a follower, and I wanted to do my own thing and play against him as opposed to joining him. So that was the main reason why I went to OttawaHoops. And not only that, my club coach at the time, James Darren, who's now the OttawaHoops head coach, he was a really good friend of mine and was an assistant coach at OttawaHoops. So I wanted to continue playing for him. So that was a big reason why I went to OttawaHoops. But for many who follow my story, and not that a lot do, like I said, I didn't do that well school-wise anyways at OttawaHoops. Basketball wasn't that bad. I mean, I had good games there and there when I was given the opportunity. I was instrumental in one of our big games that qualified us for the Nationals my last year at OttawaHoops, but it just wasn't for me. I had to take some time off, so I worked for a year and a half. And eventually, in 2009, one of my friends who actually was a Carleton alumni and a Samuel Jeanette alumni, Jean-Marie, he was training with me, and I was trying to get back in shape because I really missed basketball more than I ever thought that I would. And he told me that Dave would probably be interested in having me in his program. And next thing that I knew, I was taking courses at Carleton, and by that September, I was back in school. So it was a long journey, but I don't regret any of it. It's what made me who I am today, and all those obstacles that got in the way is how I ended up coming to Carleton and having the career that I have at Carleton that now led me to being a professional. So
now the question everybody wants to know. Who's the best player in the family?
The funny thing is, me and Jahenns, if anyone knows the Manigat family, period, we have to be the most stubborn, competitive, hard-headed. Outside of Dave Smart, I don't think I know anybody more competitive than us, to be honest, as a whole, as a group, as a unit. Before this interview came, we just finished scrimmage for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And for 20 minutes after the scrimmage, while you were waiting for us for this interview, we were in a shouting match with each other about our basketball games in the change room. And everybody's looking at us like we're crazy, but that's just the way it's always been. That's just the way it's always been. That's the way it's always going to be. He thinks he's better. I know I'm better. It is what it is, but and that's the thing that people don't understand about me and Jahenns.
But here's the thing is that Jimmy thinks he's still the best.
He doesn't even play
Yeah.
basketball. But that's the thing about me and Jahenns. Like I said, like what we have, the hunger we have for basketball, the love that we have for it, and the vision that we have, like I don't. A lot of people say this, but I don't think it can be matched as a brother combination. Like I've been in Ottawa for years, and I've never seen brothers accomplish what we've been able to accomplish in our career. And believe it or not, this is our first interview together.
Yeah.
This is our first ever live interview. You get the first exclusive. Like Jan's been a starter on the D1 program since his freshman year for 3 years now. He's won two league titles,
Yeah.
2 tournament titles. I won 2 back-to-back championships. Was an OUA All-Star. He led in his sophomore year. He led the conference in shooting, in 3-point shooting percentage.
Yeah.
I've never shot below 45% in my whole career from 3-point. But like we never get any of this recognition, and you know what? It's not recognition that we don't seek, but at the same time we just don't care. I'm a professional. He's gonna be a professional. He's gonna have success. He's gonna be playing in the new Big East. I'm gonna be somewhere either in Canada or in Europe next year playing basketball. We don't care about people and getting all the hype. No one's ever called us asking for interviews. No one ever talks about Manigat. John's been a 3-time starter, and he's not at FISU tryouts right now. When I was playing in my year, I thought I was better than all the guys that they invited to the FISU games, but we're just guys that always fly on the radar, but we still managed to be here. We're always going to be here. Nothing's going to happen, because at the end of the day, when I'm at home and I'm sleeping, I'm wondering in Nebraska if Jahenns is working, because come summertime, he's going to come talking all the talk he wants to talk about. He's better, and I just can't have that being the older brother, and that's just what drives us, and that's how my dad was. That's how Jimmy is. That's how Jahenns is. That's how my sister is. I won't fight my sister because she might think that she can kick my butt, and I just don't want to lose to a girl, because with her it's a possibility, and that's just our family, and we don't expect it to change. People don't give us recognition, but everybody who really knows us really knows that what we're about, and we're just basketball players. That's it.
Lastly, where can people find you?
Manny13, WIMANI 13, and it's the same for my Instagram. You can follow me up on both. Yeah, that's where you can find me online. I got a YouTube channel too. I'm sure if you just search my name, you'll find me, Willy Manigat, and that's about it.
Yeah, my Twitter is jmanigat12, very simple. And then on Facebook, if you just, type in my name, I'm the only Jahenns Manigat in the world, I'm sure, so it's not a common name. So yeah, I'm sure you can find me on there too, so, don't be afraid to give me a shout if you have any questions or anything. I'll be happy to answer.